getting to be dark. I've been going at Epicness for hours and hours now, and Al is still busy. I think I'm going to go outside. People have been talking about, and I definitely need some aspirin. I've been talking about changes to YouTube, and you know what? Just the hell with it all. Soda. You know, I don't think YouTube is going to change anything too heavily, and definitely not. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There are, I think, 57,000 YouTube users for every employee at Google, and I haven't studied the situation. I don't really have to that much. I mean, I feel like that one guy in that one movie, you know, what is it? Meet the Parents. It's like, well, I don't like to be painted, you know. Microwave. I don't like to be painted with that brush. I mean, yes, I am a traitor. You know, I feel like that. I'm like, well, you know, I would have some thoughts on this. I am technically a computer scientist, but I don't like to be painted with that brush. I mean, that's my day gig. You know, it's not even my day gig now, but never really was it. But that's how I got into recording, is computers. But no, you know, they're not going to really change anything. Redneck high tea, and there's nowhere to like set the cup anymore. I've been so going at it. Whenever I listen to digress, whenever I listen to like these Epic Zeppelin, it's hard for me to take any of it seriously anymore. I always think of Jack Black, you know, epicness. But I'm going to step outside. You know, if YouTube were mine, if I were in control of it, I mean, first of all, they've got a tiger by the tail. This thing is bigger than anything really in the history of human beings as far as complex communication. And it's all about redneck high tea. Excellent. I need to go outside. I've been outside now, I don't think, days. But what I would do, and probably what they will do, they're trying to maximize profits. Oh, man. I've been throwing stuff towards the door. When I get busy, I don't get bothered. I just throw it towards the door and then trash it later. But oh, it's kind of warm out too. The outside world.
Close the door, sir. There's nothing else in there.
Oh man, it reminded me how much I hate people. You know, if it were mine, what I would do is maximize profits, and there's I foresee in the future, and I don't think there's so much here, and I'm gonna miss a lot of stuff and so on, but man, beautiful clouds today. I foresee 2 levels of YouTube. I would make one where people like myself, who are, you know, professionals at creating media, can pay extra to have your stuff sort of put on a different level and it should be, as everybody who is a professional. The great thing about YouTube is everybody's welcome and everybody can post, but the terrible thing about it is an 8-year-old child with a cell phone can shoot a video that's considered equally with ones that I've spent hundreds of hours on. And mainly I focus on the music, and then I usually just type, or sometimes I'd make videos from scratch, but usually I just put something up against it so you don't have to look at an icon. They're both important, and it is YouTube. But anyway, I mean, I don't think it's really fair that an 8-year-old child with a cell phone is considered equally in the search engines with people who are these guys over there. I mean, right? I'm living in a van down by the river. There is that air of this whole thing to my thing. But I First of all, I think there should be 2 levels, like YouTube Professional, and probably charge you $10 a month, $20 a month to have your stuff considered and put in the search engines in a higher ranking and show up. I mean, some of my stuff has actually been chosen by YouTube and put in playlists that's not auto-generated, but stuff they created. I noticed some of my stuff is getting one song, my version of Something I Can Never Have, picked up like a couple thousand hits in the last few weeks, because that is actually very good. Not all of mine is, but some of them I went through last night. I'm like, damn, this is really good. Some of it I forget about them, and it deserves play. And then everybody feels that way, so I'm really a bastard on my own stuff. I just I'm like, what sucks about this is my first thought, and but there were some that were very good, very professional, and sort of had that extra thing. But yeah, I think that there will be two levels of YouTube. I would, if I owned it. Right now they have a tiger by the tail. There are, like I said, I think there's approximately 1 billion YouTube users, and 57,000 users per Google employee. I went over their numbers. This guy's been working on, he's really crafty. Welcome my ass, Chief. I should smash it to bits and take a dump in it or something. But I mean, it's something. I haven't. First of all, it's not going anywhere, and they have the money and the lasting power. I did some calculations. If Google keeps profiting at the rate they are, they could buy the United States of America in not too many years. I mean, they literally are one of the most profitable businesses in all of human history. And I mean, I take YouTube extremely seriously because I understand that these files are being archived and will be archived, and in 1,000 years, the thing that people will see that represents my line of family, and I'll be one of the first ones. I think I am the first one, definitely, in my family to keep a vlog, and they'll see this. These are being archived, and I count on, where am I at? 740, still made no sense yet. But I don't really count on making it, quote unquote, now. One thing I've learned about YouTube is that you could do something astounding in quality and in its depth, its breadth, and vision. And if anybody watched it, they would thumbs down it and make a snide comment, or just totally ignore it. I did do one little bit just a minute ago. I looked at something, and YouTube, the people who work there kind of look at it as sort of the hokey jokey fun stuff on there, and that's awesome. That's true. However, really, it's an archival system, and it's a history system, and as that becomes more apparent, as people. Fido, shut the fuck up. But as it becomes apparent what an important and incredibly useful and important social tool, and maybe I'll hit my bench, and scientific tool it is for all types of research and all types of historical record keeping and all types of science and art and archival for art and trends. I mean, as that becomes more apparent, I believe that there will be laws passed in the future about how these files are archived and handled, and who has access to them, and who can study them, who can, and so on. It's public now. But that may change. They may make that proprietary and on a per pay basis. I mean, per view, whatever, make money on it. They're making tremendous amounts of money on the advertising. I like it the way it is. But you could do better by selling subscriptions. Some people get hurt or offended that their stuff doesn't get much play, and it really isn't about. It's really sort of the luck of the draw. and a lot of other factors at this point. And I found that the good videos take a while. Not mine especially, but just good stuff takes quite a while to rise to the surface. I think it's 48 hours a minute are uploaded to YouTube worldwide, and there's just so much there, you know. There's just so much there. It's really for me the most thrilling tool of all time. It plays upon that sort of it almost makes you feel omnipotent. I mean, it's turned my older years and my music years into, out of this vehicle here, I don't feel alone as much anymore, you know, and I'm good with being alone. I like being alone. But every night, I get hundreds of emails a day, and every night, people around the world, if the sun comes up in their country or it's night in their country, it's night here, I get emails from people, you know, of encouragement and support and just, you know, all kinds of complimentary stuff. And it's going back and forth all night, and I'm mixing and doing stuff, and I'm commenting on their stuff. You know, it just works so perfectly for me, because one of the things in mixing is perspective. So I'll mix until I'm ear fried, and then I'll get 10, 20, 30 emails stacked up. I'll go, let me see what these guys are up to. And totally sounds different, looks different, gives me like a minute or two, sometimes 5-10 minutes of a break. And when I come back to my mix, I'm like, oh man, now I see, you know, the bass was a little out of focus and the drums weren't defined. But anyway, it's so revolutionized sort of my life and millions of others that, I mean, the letters I get, just, you know, I try not to get emotionally involved with any of this, and I don't usually, you know, because it is what it is. We have no control over it, and you know, I just exercise what control I have and accept what it is. But yeah, what's changing? You know, I saw one little thing where a guy made a video, and they're putting more sort of hater tools, unbelievably, where you can automatically put people down with an automatic reply, and they're you know, it auto generates insults, and they're looking at it like a joke like that. And I think that's the wrong approach. It's not. It's an archival and scientific tool and research tool of extreme. I could not overstate. I'm so passionate about this. It's so important and so vastly unlike anything that's gone before. It's not a joke. It is people's lives. I try to watch as many videos as I can and comment. I mean, in the last few nights, I go to people at random and just grab their video, you know, especially if they respond to a friend request. And I get so many hits, I could care less if you have time to watch my videos or not on my music site. And these, I never thought anybody'd watch. If you don't have time, don't watch them. It's cool. I'm really sort of archiving, you know, I don't know, for myself, for the future, for everything that comes, just to show I was alive at all with this site. And then my music site is sort of to show I could do some things, you know, that I was here for something, and I'm but yeah, I mean, I commented on some people's videos, and especially in the last week, and it's like I get a reply or thing back, oh my God, that they'll say like, oh my God, that meant so much to me that somebody actually watched my video. And then with me, it's really hard because I have I'll stop at 15, I'll try another couple of minutes, but I have a lot of like musicians that follow me that I think are just awesome, and I'll go comment on their videos and watch them because I know it means a lot to them. And you know, and then they will send me an email or reply back and say, oh my gosh, it's so awesome to have an artist of your level and caliber bother to come and comment on my videos, you know. And now I feel suddenly responsible about stuff. But you know, all I'm doing is I'm sort of passing on the music. One of the things that I'm doing is passing on the music of great music and re-recording it better, and hopefully putting in some cases, I'm absolutely sure, you know, not all, but a few cases, I've artistically and technically, definitely every time technically, but now artistically, I've bested or presented that idea in a more intense way than the original. And these are epic songs, so that happened even once is, you know, I was able to do that once is amazing. But I've done it like 200 times. I've done it like 11 times with an Epic. But I don't know, you know, I don't think nothing's going to go away. I mean, I think there will always be a free level of YouTube, but I do believe that they'll make a subscription level, and they should. It's all, you know, it's just not right that people spend hundreds and thousands of hours on videos and they're all ranked equally. And the good stuff does eventually rise to the top, but I did some calculations, you know, even though my site is rapidly rising on Social Blade, I'm in the top 200,000 of all the YouTube, and there's 1 billion people. I have a couple friends that are in the top between 1 and 500,000 sites. Look it up at Social Blade. You can see your entire ranking, everything. It's crazy. I have one of the most hits to subscribe sites on all of YouTube out of 1 billion. And that, to me, that just shows how much people love the music I'm doing and the songs. It's nothing to do with me, and more to do with how much people love those songs and that music. But no, I do foresee that there will be 2 levels. There will be a subscription, a paid level, where you also get, if you bother to pay, your videos get a lot more ranking in the search engines and a lot more play for $10, $20 a month, $7.95. I mean, who wouldn't? I'd go 100 a month. Don't tell them that. I couldn't afford to go 100 a month, but I'd definitely go 20, 30, 50 and hurt, you know, because and like I say, for me, it's kind of like the web, the spider web. It's an archival tool. I don't expect to be famous or be even heard in this era, but I do think that over time, when some people will discover, damn, right before this guy died, he recorded like 500 songs, each in excellent quality, re-envisioned, did an amazing job. Who was this fucking guy? How did he end up? How did this come about? Because I mean, I'm hard to impress, and I don't like my own shit. Well, sometimes, but you know, I listened to my playlist last night, and I was like, I'd forgotten about a lot of them, and I was just like, damn, that's definitely impressive. Some of this, not all of it, but anyway. And there's so much great stuff on YouTube, though, you know. So I'm relying on quantity and quality in this short amount of time that I'll be doing this, even if it's 10 years, you know. But it won't be, you know. The moon's beautiful. It's towards the Atlantic that way. So everybody's panicking about this and that. You know, for me, I must say, it really has been the thing. This whole thing has really just put a really nice punctuation mark, like an exclamation mark at the end of my life and in my life, that thousands and thousands of people, even people follow this damn vlog, and I didn't expect anybody to ever watch this. You know, I really didn't. And I don't make them for that. I could care less. It's great that they do, if they got the time. If not, don't sweat it. Don't bother. You know, part of this whole thing, too, it's been about sort of pointing out that we're all in such a goddamn motherfucking hurry. And I do it, too, but it's kind of a pisser when you do a great song or a great video and nobody watches it, nobody gives a shit. You know, and there's a lot there. It's some of it is that we're all in such a goddamn hurry, and we think we know what's best for us, and a lot of times I do it too. We don't, and we're not even open. We just filter out a lot of great stuff because that's just what we do. You know, the people in my life and my family, for various reasons, have just kind of written me off and filtered me out. Like, oh well, he could never do anything of value. And all along I was saying, like, no. You guys just aren't paying attention, or you just refuse to acknowledge me in any way. And now it's like, you know, how can I say it? I'm well beyond the age of going, you know, hey, brother or sister or mom, watch my video. It's like, and then when you do, I like twisted my mom's arm to watch one of my hard rockin' ones years ago, before this era. And it was, you know, pretty epic or whatever. And, you know, well made, produced, and she just kind of went like, guys moving a couch over there. But she just kind of went like, oh, or huh, or hey, or that's nice, you know. And I mean, but that's okay, because the thing is, you know, she's not my target audience, right? Mom, look at me. But what's been neat about this whole deal is I've learned there are thousands of people, so many now. I can barely tolerate in fact, I don't pay attention to, I don't get haters anymore, like once a month. And they don't pick at my music. They say I'm an asshole or something like that. And I'm like, my thinking is, Chief, you're going to have to present me with new information, something I don't know. You know? Yes, I'm an asshole. Now move along. Nothing to see here, you know. But and the good stuff too, I mean, I just keep centered and do what I do and keep doing it. But I don't pay too much attention to either, but I don't get bad comments anymore. But I mean, what it's meant to me, you know, it's and I think all of us, I don't feel as alone anymore. And it's so weird to be sitting here 3, 4, 5 in the morning, dead silent, and to have all these comments from, you know, the Philippines, Japan, Singapore, all, you know, the fringes of China, Russia, people, some long letters. I love this song and I love your version, and it touched me so much, and I had to write, you know, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's so neat, you know. I mean, right? Like Jerry Maguire. So yes, I am technically a computer scientist, although I don't like to be painted with that brush also. But no, it's not going anywhere. 22, I'll go 2203. But it's like the web. These videos filter out. They're being backed up somewhere. Probably somebody copied them to their hard disk. My music, at least, not the vlogs. You know, who could blame them? Although I've had there's several people who have followed me and do follow me that they don't post or comment. They send me messages, but they would just die, and their vlogs aren't long enough for them, you know. But what I tried to do is let people in to sort of, instead of a bunch of editing and fancy BS, I've just tried to let people into my head, how I think, what I'm going through. And if people are willing to slow down and smart enough to slow down in life and kind of take a close look at things, not me especially, but other stuff, you know, as an example, this as an example, they might be well served by that. I know it's helped me to slow down. But yeah, I mean, no, it's not going anywhere. It probably will be offered in 2 levels, and they're not taking it, I think, as seriously as they could on a scientific level of what it really is, which is a social implosion and explosion. And YouTube is indicative of some of the flaws in our society. And you know, I come across kids who are latchkey kids that really know parents who are YouTubers all the time, who live in horrible situations. And talk about this kid, you know, somebody sent me a check. No amount of money is going to cure me. You know, I had one girl from Abu Dhabi, obviously tons of money, loved she wanted me, just insanity, wanted me to, like, you know, or what is it, Dubai? Yeah. Jesus, man, I'm so far beyond that. But anyway, yeah, stuff like that. You know, she loved my Portishead cover and just wanted to, you know, get crazy over stuff. It's not going anywhere. It's bound to change. I'm not worried. There'll always be an avenue like this, and I think that it's just a fantastic thing for all concerned, and I don't want to see them turn it into even more hokey-jokey bullshit, because it's a serious conveyance for art and trending art and what's happening. I think what I saw was putting auto insult on comments, and may not happen at all, but it's what they said. And I curse in my vlog and stuff, but I'm not presenting anything professionally, especially on this site, except my thoughts. on the video that they had made, it actually said "Go fuck yourself" or something. In one of a YouTube video where the guy was demonstrating a product that YouTube was introducing, like as you go along, it said "fuck you" in one of the comments they had made up. And I just felt like, I'm the first guy to joke around, but this is that's inappropriate for a company with that magnitude of, anyway, that at that level. And anyway, they've got a tiger by the tail. That's the reason we never hear from them, is because if truth be known, nobody's at the helm. They know it. People in the know it, but they don't know what to do with this damn thing, how to harness it and really make the money. Some little ads, yeah, maybe, kind of, sort of. They're scratching the surface. They could kill the goose that laid the golden egg by pushing too far, but it could be harnessed and utilized as a world tool like nothing that's ever been seen for teaching, communication. The list the list goes on. So to see them treat it like it was some kind of, zany person riding a bike upside down while masturbating with a watermelon up his ass, it is about that, but it's so much more. I just, well, anyway, that's my thoughts. So peace out, motherfuckers. I don't like to be painted with that brush. Another for Trent's site. All of my stuff is named "You Are All Bastards" remixes. So you are all bastards. I'm not even going to explain that one. Once again, peace out, motherfucker.